Hello and welcome to The Point. On the day Delhi votes, we ask, is this election an acid test for the Aam Aadmi Party? And if the BJP wins the majority of seats, how serious a setback would that be for Kejriwal and his colleagues? But first, a controversy that focuses our attention on Narendra Modi's private life. His wife, Yashodhabhen Narendra Bhai Modi, is this evening the centre of a new controversy. So tonight we ask, is Mr. Modi about to discover that honesty is not always the best policy? After 4 consecutive election affidavits where he left the column blank, yesterday in Vadodara, Narendra Modi revealed that he's married and his wife is called Yashodhabhen. This surprise full disclosure is at the centre of the news tonight. Does it prove that in earlier elections Narendra Modi was less than honest with the Election Commission? And if the answer is yes, what does that tell us about the BJP's prime ministerial candidate? Or is this just a storm in a teacup? Joining me, a prominent Gujarat BJP leader, Yatin Oza, and the president of the All India Mahila Congress, Shobha Oza. Yatin Oza, in the affidavit Narendra Modi filed in Vadodara yesterday, he revealed for the first time that he's married and that his wife is called Yashodhabhen. But in the affidavits that he filed for the 4 earlier assembly elections that he's contested in 2001, 2002, 2007 and 2012, he left this column blank. So let me begin with a simple question. Why did he leave the column blank on 4 earlier occasions, and why has he suddenly made a full disclosure this time round?
Look, now Congress is left with no issues. They have nothing to offer to the people of this country. There is complete lack of policy, program.
No. Mr. Oza,
it has almost become politically bankrupt.
Mr. Oza, forgive me, I asked you a special, specific question, and that is this. How do you account for the fact that on 4 earlier occasions, Narendra Modi left the column blank, but now suddenly, yesterday, he's chosen to make a full disclosure? How do you explain that?
This appears to be a very genuine and bona fide error, because this was a child marriage. Prohibited marriage under the law, because Mr. Modi was below 21, Yashodhabhen, in fact below 18, and Yashodhabhen was below 18. Therefore, there was no marriage as such in eyes of law.
No, but just a minute. You began very interestingly.
Bona fidely he believed.
You're saying it's a bona fide error. In other words,
bona fidely believed.
So the failure to disclose this earlier, you're conceding was an error. Those were the words you used.
I am saying bona fide error.
Never mind whether it's bona fide, the point is it's an error. You're conceding it's an error.
And as such if we see, it is no marriage in eyes of law.
All right, let's leave that aside, whether it's a marriage in the eyes of the law. The important point, Mr. Oza, is that you're accepting it was an error. Now, Shobha Oza, when Mr. Modi first left this column blank in 2001, the Congress party challenged it by issuing pamphlets in the constituency he was contesting at the time in Rajkot. But for the next 13 years, despite your challenge, Mr. Modi continued to leave the column blank. So how can you suddenly claim credit for what he did yesterday? It's got nothing to do with the Congress party whatsoever.
Karan, it is not a matter of whether it has to do something with the party or not, but as a citizen of this country, we are worried that did Mr. Modi discover did it take 46 years for him to discover that whether he was married or not married? And what Mr. Yatin Oza says, whether now he has to specify whether he is lying in this affidavit or was he lying earlier. That's what the nation wants to know.
That's a
And a man who on public forums have been time and again repeating that I have no one in my family to earn for. So does he deny the fact that he doesn't have a wife, or does he have a wife? If he has a wife, did he give the legal right to his wife? That is the concern. And the prime ministerial person who is standing for the prime ministerial post.
Shobha Oza, let me stop you there. Stop. Let's take it one at a time. I want to put your point to Yatin Oza. Mr. Oza, it's very interesting. First of all, you've accepted that this was an error. But secondly, you also said that it wasn't even a bona fide marriage because he was below age. If that is the case, and he doesn't consider it a bona fide marriage, and that's why he didn't declare it for the earlier 4 assembly elections, has he suddenly changed his mind and decided it is a bona fide marriage? Because this time he's acknowledged he has a wife and that he's married. He's changed his position according to your own answer.
No, Karan, first of all, let me clarify. I didn't say it was not a bona fide marriage. I said that it was not a marriage in eyes of law. And what I said with regard to bona fides
that is the same thing, Mr. Oza, forgive me.
It was a bona fide mistake. It was a bona fide mistake. Now today,
Can
he has
I-
corrected his error, must have consulted some lawyer and said that even if a voidable marriage or void marriage, until validly terminated by a court of law, still exists as a marriage. Therefore, on a proper
You know,
legal
Mr. Oza,
advice,
let me interrupt
he
you.
has stated whatever is right.
Let me interrupt you. I'm going to interrupt you. You said he did it under legal advice. The Times of India, in fact, makes it clear today that he was strictly advised he has to declare the marriage. The Election Commission has made it clear that candidates have to fill every column. If they don't, they will be disqualified. So I put it to you that this full disclosure was made this time under pressure. Mr. Modi has neither done it willingly nor has he done it voluntarily. He's capsized under pressure from either lawyers or the Election Commission.
He has not done anything under threat or pressure, and everyone in this country knows that he is not a person to surrender to pressure or threats. One. Secondly, most importantly, he could have gone with the same thing as he did it earlier, but to err on the safe side.
No, he couldn't
and
have.
possibly correctly
No,
advise,
he
as
couldn't
said,
have.
and
I just
repeat,
pointed out to
and I
you.
repeat,
Forgive me, I'm
I repeat
interrupting, but he
that
couldn't
even
have left
voidable-
it blank
even
this
voidable-
time because the Election
even a
Commission has
voidable-
said that
even
you
a
are not
voidable-
permitted to leave columns blank. If you do, you will be disqualified. Under threat of disqualification, he was forced to make the disclosure. That's what I mean when I say it wasn't willing and voluntary.
No, I don't agree. He could have even written no. Because
He
that's not
can't
marriage
have
in eyes of
written
law.
no.
But he never wanted to.
All right. Let me. Shobha Oza
he never
is
wanted to
laughing.
lie.
Forgive me. Shobha Oza is laughing. I want to put this to you, Ms. Oza. Do you believe that this is an instance
Yeah.
of Narendra Modi becoming honest?
Yeah.
Or do you believe this is a case of Narendra Modi acting under pressure either from lawyers or the Election Commission?
See, this clearly shows that the election, when the Election Commission made it mandatory to fill all the details, only then Mr. Modi came clear with his marital status. One, I agree with what Mr. Yatin Ojha says, that he would have not put it that Mr. Yatin Ojha is 100% right when he says that he would have not respected the laws. I agree, Mr. Modi has no respect for laws of this country.
All right.
Which is very clear with what Mr. Yatin Ojha said right now, that he would have not put it.
All right.
I agree with Yatin Ojha that Mr. Modi has no respect for law of this country.
Absolutely, you're agreeing with Yatin Oza, but only because you want to embarrass him, not because actually there's a concurrence of view between the two of you. Let's pause for a moment and see what Narendra Modi's family has to say about his marriage. Earlier today, one of Narendra Modi's brothers issued a statement in the Gujarat Chief Minister's defense, whilst another spoke to the media. This is what the two of them said.
After the political storm over marital status, Modi's elder brother has made an appeal to the electorate, emphasizing that it was a child marriage and should be seen in the context of orthodox conditions prevalent at that time. Sombhai Modi issued this statement.
Our country has a rich tradition of sacrificing worldly life for that one of selfless service. Narendra Bhai Modi sacrificed his family life in favor of social service at a very young age. The entire family prays with folded hands that the countrymen do not judge Narendra Modi with what happened in his childhood 40 to 50 years ago. Modi's marriage to Jashodaben Chimanbhai was a mere formality because Modi sacrificed his familial life immediately after that. Modi got married when he was very young because of poor and orthodox conditions prevalent at that time. We beg The incident that took place 45 to 50 years ago should be seen in the context of circumstances faced by poor and orthodox family.
Separately, another one of Modi's brothers, Prahlad, spoke to the media.
अगले इलेक्शनों में खाली जगह छोड़ा है, तो इससे तो ये बात सही है कि उन्होंने ना तो कहा ही नहीं है कि वो शादीशुदा नहीं है। ना कहा होता तो आज इस बात की चर्चा होनी आवश्यक मैं समझता हूं।
Yatin Oza, I want to begin by drawing your attention to Sombhai Modi's statement. He says the entire family prays with folded hands not to judge Modi by what happened in his childhood 45, 50 years ago. That clearly suggests that the family believes he did not do right by his wife. What they're doing is to plead with the country not to judge Modi by that incident. How do you answer that? Because it's implicit, if not explicit, in that statement.
Absolutely right. In politics, we must be away from personal life.
But Mr. Oza,
I mean, very clear, be it Narendra
Mr.
Modi,
Oza,
be it Sonia
Mr. Oza,
Gandhi,
what do you mean
be it
absolutely
anybody.
right? I said to you that that statement is tantamount to an acceptance that Mr. Modi did not do right by his wife. You're agreeing?
No, they have been separated for last 45 years.
Ah, so you've gone from absolutely
Pick up
right to
an
no.
incident which is 45
You seem not
years
to know your own
old,
mind, Mr. Oza.
45 years old, and Mr. Modi is to govern the country on his ability. What is going to be his policy? On foreign, on
I'll come to that issue in a moment's time, whether this incident reveals things about Mr. Modi that are deeply worrying. But first, let me go to Shobha Oza. Shobha Oza, there's a very good point that Mr. Modi and Mr. Yatin Oza are making, that this happened when Mr. Modi was 17. He wasn't even an adult. Is it fair to judge a man by what he does when he's 17, and as the family claims, what happens because of the adverse poor circumstances in which they live, and now to hold that against him 45 or 50 years later?
Karan, does Yashoda Ben deserve at least to be called her as an ex-wife or present wife of Mr. Modi? Does she deserve at least that respect from a man who wants to become the Prime Minister of the country, who promises safety and justice to the women of this country? Doesn't Yashoda Ben deserve that little justice as a wife or an ex-wife or a child married wife to Mr. Modi? Doesn't she deserve at least that much?